Well, it's a beautiful night, Heidi, to be in the foothills and to be outdoors. We're here at the DeGrazia Gallery of the Sun. It's really a tribute to Tucson's acclaimed artist, Ted DeGrazia. Now, this gallery, of course, is kind of a tribute to not only his artwork, but his gallery and this beautiful chapel you see behind me. They are absolutely Arizona. Born in the Morenci mining camp in 1909, Ted DeGrazia never wanted to follow his father into the mines. Instead, he became one of the greatest American artists of the 20th century and one of the most reproduced artists of all time.
He had a real talent. He also had a real drive. The man was just driven to create and never stopped.
As a youngster, Lance Labor grew up around Ted DeGrazia. He's overseen the vast collection of paintings, sculptures, and pottery at the Gallery in the Sun since just after DeGrazia's death in 1982. DeGrazia actually first gained some notoriety after appearing in a 1941 edition of Arizona Highways. Since then, he's been featured in 71 editions of Arizona Highways.
That came out in June.
But DeGrazia's big break came when a worldwide charity saw his oil painting, Los Niños.
UNICEF asked for the rights to print it. They made greeting cards and they sold millions of them worldwide, which really put DeGrazia on the map.
Despite that fame, DeGrazia was never accepted by the established art community. So he took matters into his own hands, literally, as he explained in a 1976 documentary.
One of the reasons I built this gallery is because nobody wanted to show my work. And I wanted to make sort of a setting that would fit the paintings, where the paintings would feel more comfortable and where I would feel more comfortable.
He built his gallery in the sun one adobe brick at a time. Now it's become a testament to his amazing, beautiful, and unique artwork.
Do you have a favorite DeGrazia?
I do. It's the floor.
Is it really?
Yeah. The Cholla floor is just one of the most amazing pieces of art I've ever seen. It's the only Cholla floor in the world that I know of.
That Cholla floor leads visitors to the 16,000 square foot gallery housing some of his artwork. One of his favorite subjects to paint, Father Kino, who of course established missions throughout the Sonoran Desert.
Wherever Father Kino's face is depicted in any of DeGrazia's paintings, DeGrazia painted his own face in there. I think he saw himself as a modern-day Father Kino.
DeGrazia never stopped creating his art. The Gallery in the Sun has a vault containing another 15,000 pieces in the collection. Besides the curator, Jim Jenkins, it's a vault few ever get to see.
Sculpture, ceramics, watercolors, oils. These are the racks. These are the paintings. We've got...
Oh, wow. Painting after painting.
Painting after...
And you've got it cataloged, obviously.
Oh,
you know
yes,
what everything's in here.
Absolutely.
While DeGrazia's vast artwork is stored safely in the vault, one of his greatest projects couldn't be kept safe. Fire damaged his well-known chapel in the spring of 2017, but through painstaking work, the chapel is now back open.
We want people to continue coming here and enjoying this place and being amazed by what's here.
Yes.
And that's the future.
Keep coming and keep the memory of Ted DeGrazia alive.
Absolutely.
And the DeGrazia Gallery in the Sun is open daily from 10 until 4. And you can see the beautiful chapel behind me.